My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for...
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll go again with Tracy. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
In motion right, that's Hyatt. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. That's to the rookie. It's Malik Neighbors. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison, go.
Tracy trying the right side. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd down, here's Tracy. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. The Giants at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Fighting through pressure. Flushed out right. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Throwing. Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down. They go with blue between the tackles. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Prescott.
Open man, the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker.
Runs over him. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big pickup of 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
CeeDee Lamb.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Cowboys respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Aubrey Good with a PAT.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You look at this Cowboy defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. 7-7, our score after one. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll look to throw again.
Caught along the left side by Hyatt.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
In motion, Slayton.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. Darius Slayton, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have taken the lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Returning it, here's Hamler. Touchdown, Cowboys! 72 yards on the punt return. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. It's caught at the 10. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Giants are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Prescott now. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. On first down, it's Blue. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
That one out wide and intercepted. Down the left sideline.
And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Prescott.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Malik Neighbors
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he's been able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Tracy going to get it on first down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Let's go now. Last thing, 19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Malik Neighbors with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Here's Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
To throw is Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Dancing to his left. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the
giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau beat the O-line and recorded the sack. Second and 12. Prescott from the gun. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. Prescott to throw it. That is caught. Schoonmaker. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Under pressure, they got him again. Kayvon Thibodeau able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Now third down and very long. They'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
Hamler now on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And Prescott, he's going to change things up here. Second and 1. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. Throwing. Prescott. Drops it to Blue. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, York on now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick-6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kevontae Turpin, 82 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do, because a lot of teams play you for the pass, so you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Giants on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Complete right side to Hyatt. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's one deep for Pickens. And that will will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Here's one deep for Pickens. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They'll throw again. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Prescott. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott now.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Right back to Tracy.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
19
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down.
That's good for the New York Giants.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy.
Fights off the defender.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up,